Welcome, sweet friends. It's Ashley Clarke with Earthkeeper Yoga, and I am here in my home studio in Birmingham, Alabama, and I welcome you to a gentle yoga practice. So for today's class, I invite you to have one block, and if you have access to a comfy blanket or a beach towel or something that you can sit on and then put your knees on, you may find that helpful during our practice today. If you'd like to learn more about what I do here in the Birmingham community, you can find out more by going to earthkeeperyoga.com. You can also follow along with me on social media at Earthkeeper Yoga. So welcome UAB friends, Viva friends, Homewood City Schools friends. I'm delighted to be spending this time with you. Grab what you need and I'll meet you right here. So as you're ready, we're going to go ahead and find that comfortable seat. And let your eyes closed or have a soft gaze towards the floor. Start to soften the body wherever you can. Let the jaw relax. The space right between the eyes at the brow. Let everything just soften. Start to root your tailbone into the mat as you lift up through the crown of your head, and then I invite you to tune in to your breath. And just listening to the inhales and the exhales. Go ahead and allow the breath to deepen here. Noticing the rise and the fall of the belly and the chest. Give yourself 3 more rounds. Last one. As you flutter your eyes back open, bring those hands down on either side of your hips. We're going to start a nice juicy flow from side to side, almost like a windmill. So take an inhale, reach that left arm over to the right elbow bends in towards center, and then exhale, go all the way over to the other side. So just moving with your breath here. And you can keep the eyes closed if you'd like, just moving from side to side, listening to the body and listening to the breath. And give yourself one more full round of moving side to side. And then the next time that you reach that left arm over to the right, let's hold it here. And then start to pay attention down even near the hips. See if you can press that left hip down just a bit, finding that side stretch through the left side body. Notice the tension in the neck. What can you do to release that? Inhale here. Let's exhale and just press all the way over to the other side, settling in using the breath. Pressing that right hip down, feeling that stretch through the right side body. Releasing through the neck and the back if you can, just a little bit. Take an inhale, press into that left hand, bring those hands up over your head, settle the shoulders. Gaze is back forward, eyes open, take an inhale here. And then exhale, we're going to twist over to the right. So that left hand comes to the right knee. Strong through the spine, rolling that right shoulder open if it feels okay. And then see what happens if you start to turn that nose towards the right shoulder. Be gentle here as we begin. Inhaling in your twist. And exhale, letting the arms rise back up, body comes back forward, shoulders settle, fresh breath. And then we'll exhale over to the left. Keeping the length through the spine. Moving the nose slowly towards that left shoulder. Inhaling in your twist. And exhale, bring those hands back up over your head. And then bring the palms together, bring the hearts or the hands down in front of your heart, bow chin to chest. Give yourself a letting go breath here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Beautiful. We're going to move from here into table. And if you have blocks, I'm going to invite you to put them at the back of your mat. We'll be doing some camel later, and that might feel good to either have in between the legs or to reach back towards. If you have those, great. If you don't, we'll work through it. So bringing yourself into your table and lengthening through the spine to reach the crown of the head away. We're going to take an inhale here. And then exhale back into child's. Inhale back to your table. And exhale back to child's. So beginning to move in this way, inhaling up and exhaling back. And I'm going to give you 4 more rounds just like this. And I invite you to find that pause that happens at the top and the bottom of each breath. So there's a pause at the end of the exhale. There's a pause at the top of the inhale. Keeping your focus there as you move through. Inhaling back into your table. And then exhale, slowly sending the hips back one last time. Let's settle into this child's pose, letting the upper body just roll down towards the mat. Give it one more breath. Take an inhale. Let's move into our table and curl those toes, lift the hips, find a down dog. Keeping a big bend in those knees as you pedal out the feet until we wake up that back body just a bit more. And let your head hang heavy here.
Give it one more breath. Let's walk hands and feet up towards the top of the mat and meet there together in our forward fold. Feel the connection with your feet to your mat, even here, head hangs heavy. We'll take that inhale halfway, find that long spine. And then exhale, releasing back down towards your mat. Inhale here. And exhale, slow rise. Just centering the body and centering the breath here, reaching up through the crown of the head. Find that connection with your feet to the mat. Give yourself a breath. Take an inhale, reach the arms up over the head, gaze follows. And then exhale, bring those hands down in front of your heart. Keep the gaze at a soft focal point in front of you. So you're going to shimmy your feet out where the outside edges of your feet are even with the outside edges of your hips. All right. So we're going to start to twist with a chair-like motion. So we'll inhale down into a chair. And then exhale, reach the hands over to the right. Let the gaze follow the fingertips. There's a little bit of a back bend in the back. Be gentle. Inhale through center. Exhale over to the left. So starting to move through with your breath. Again, making it nice and flowy. And noticing the pause once again at the top and the bottom of each breath. Moving through, getting both sides in here. And then this next time that you go over to the right, see if you can hold it for just a moment. Notice the knees. Try not to lock the knees. Keep that softness there. Press that right hip over to the right. Feel that lengthening through the left side body. One more breath. Inhale, bring it all down through center, finding that chair. And then exhale, we'll hold it over to the left. Same things, not locking the knees. Feeling that reach through the right side body. Don't hold your breath. One more. Inhale, come into your chair. And then exhale, give yourself a forward fold. Hands release, fingertips back down towards the floor. So you can give yourself a little side to side sway here. It may feel good to shake the head a little bit. Give it one more breath. So those feet are still a little bit wider than hip width, or they are at hip width distance, sorry. Go ahead and spread the feet just a little bit wider. Maybe the outside edges of your feet come to the outside edges of your mat. Bend both knees. Bring that left hand where the back of your palm is right under your nose. And then take an inhale, start to straighten through the legs, send this right arm up towards the sky. So we're just opening through the shoulder, the nose stays down towards the floor. Give it one more breath. Go ahead and lower that right hand, bend those knees, right hand replaces that left. Inhale, legs start to straighten just a bit, left arm up towards the sky. Fingertips reaching up. Left hand comes down, bend those knees, take an inhale. And then exhale, slow rise up into this wide leg mountain. As the hands come near the hips, take a fresh breath, reach the arms and the gaze up. And then exhale, bring the hands down in front of your heart. You can shimmy those feet back together. Feel the connection with the feet to the mat. And then we're going to take an inhale, reach the arms and the gaze up. And then exhale, we're going to come halfway. So we're in our halfway forward fold. Let the arms hang heavy in front of you. So really let those shoulders relax. Keep a little bend in those knees to keep them soft. And then you're just going to swing the arms side to side as if you've got two elephant tusks here. I don't think that's a tusk, but you're following. You're just swinging the arms. So keeping the bend in the knees to protect the low back. One more breath. And coming back into that stillness, take an inhale. Exhale, fold forward all the way. Go ahead and step those feet back. Find your down dog. And give it one more breath. All right, we're about to go into kneeling with this left knee out in front of us. So if you want to lift the left leg up just a little bit and then kick it through, you're going to bring that right knee down. And then take an inhale, start to come into your kneeling crescent. Just let those hands come next to the hips for just a moment as you move this ankle under the knee. If you want that blanket, you can find that. Pressing that right knee into the mat, engaging through the center of your body. Let's take an inhale, reach the arms and the gaze up. And then exhale, send that right hand forward, left arm back. There's a twist. Gazes towards that right thumb. Hold it one more breath. Bend this left elbow. Let this left palm come towards your low back. And then take an inhale. Start to reach that right arm up towards the sky. Gaze follows thumb. So just opening a little bit more through the heart. Inhale, slowly starting to have hands come down on either side of that left foot. You can curl right toes and lift the hips. Make your way back into your down dog. Here we go. Nice big inhale. Right leg comes up just enough to be able to step that right leg through. You could also do that from kneeling. That left knee lowers, left top of the foot lowers. Take an inhale coming up. Hands can stay next to the hips while you shimmy that ankle under the heel. Pressing that left leg in, engaging through the center of your body. Feeling that stretch through the left groin. Take an inhale, reach the arms up over the head. Gaze stays forward. And then we'll twist open. So right fingertips back, left fingertips forward. Gaze follows that left thumb. Bending that right elbow, the palm of the hand comes to the low back. Inhale, gaze follows left thumb, reaching those left fingertips up towards the sky. Last breath. Inhale, this right arm circles around. Hands come down either side of the right foot. And then you can curl those left toes to lift the hips back to your down dog. And give it one more breath. Bend the knees. We're going to sit back on our heels. So we're going to do camel, but if for some reason sitting on your heels doesn't work, you could always take those stacked blocks, sit them under your booty. So give yourself the space that you need, and then take an inhale. We'll reach those arms and the gaze up. And then exhale, just let this right hand come down outside of the right foot. Send those left fingertips up towards the sky. So just what we did from kneeling, but from seated this time. Press that left hip down. Take an inhale. Engage through the center of your body, bringing this right arm up. Fresh breath. And we'll go over to the other side. So we're not going into full camel yet. We're just bringing that hand down. So we're not really trying to arch through here. We're just creating some space in the upper body. Take an inhale, engage the core. And then exhale, bring that left hand up to meet the right. The hands are going to come to the knees. So we're just going to move through some cat-cow here, now that we've stretched and opened just a little bit. So take an inhale, send the crown and the tailbone back. Heart comes forward, exhale, round it in. Moving through your breath. You've got 3 more rounds. Tune back into that pause at the top and the bottom of each breath. And after your last one, you can move your blocks out of the way and make your way back to table. Keep those blocks behind you if you've got them. From table, curl toes, lift hips, down dog. Take an inhale, let this left leg lift up towards the sky. You can bend the knee here. Open the hip. Circle the ankle, point and flex the foot. All right, extend that leg long, take an inhale, and then bring knee to nose. Step this left foot through. Stay on the ball of that right foot. Make sure that the ankle is under the knee. Take an inhale, we're coming to rise. So we're gonna go into a twist here. So take an inhale, send those arms up over the head. And then exhale, that right hand goes forward, left hand goes back. Gaze towards that right thumb. See if you can sink down using your breath to lead the way here. 2 more. Bending that left elbow, left palm comes down to the low back. Inhale, lift the fingertips up. If you need to keep the gaze towards something that's steady and not moving, just to hold yourself still, that's fine. You can always lower that right knee if you need to. One more breath. Inhale, let this left arm circle wide back up above your head, and then exhale to bring the hands down to your mat. Step it back into your down dog. Optional wild thing if you'd like it here. So to do that, you're going to bend that left knee and then bring that left foot over.
Left arm up towards the sky, gaze follows, right leg straightens if it feels okay. Otherwise, you're in your down dog. Let's all meet back there. Let's take an inhale, lift that right leg up, give it all those same things. So bending the knee, opening the hip. Straighten the leg, take an inhale, and then bring knee to nose. Step that right foot through, staying on the ball of that left foot. Finding your stability and then coming up. Hands can be next to the hips just for a moment. All right, inhale, lift them up. And then exhale, that left hand goes forward, right hand goes back. Sink into the legs, find that stretch. Breathe. Right hand comes to the small of your back. Inhale, left arm lifts. Gaze can follow the thumb, or you can send the gaze forward. Inhale, bring that left arm forward, right arm circles around. Bringing hands to the floor. Stepping that right foot back, down dog. Option to add in that wild thing, you'd bend that right knee, let the foot flip over. Let's all meet back in our down dog. Bend the knees. Send the hips back. Child's pose. Let everything go. You can even stack the palms here to let the forehead rest on the back of the palms. Breath in the upper back body. And then slowly let your hands press into your mat. We're coming back to right where we were. We're going to take that camel a little bit deeper. So you can sit on the blocks, or you can just use one block to reach back to give yourself some more space. Feel free to curl toes here if you wish. You don't have to. It's not working in my body today. All right, inhale, those arms come up. And then exhale, reach back a little bit further. Maybe you're just on fingertips. Left arm reaches towards the sky, maybe back behind you, opening deeper through the heart. Release any tension through the neck if you can. Engage through your center, inhale, bringing yourself back upright through the upper body. Fresh breath, sending that left arm back, right fingertips up towards the sky. And maybe a little bit even more opening through the shoulders if it feels okay in your body. Inhale, engage through your center, bringing that left hand up. And then the hands come down. We'll move into our table. Move blocks out of the way if you were sitting on those. Table leads to our down dog, so you can meet me there. All right, walk feet and hands together. Let's meet in the center of the mat.
We'll be there together in a forward fold. Take your inhale halfway, finding that long spine. And then exhale, releasing back down towards your mat. Inhale. And then exhale, slow rise. Let's meet in mountain, connecting feet to the mat. Centering your body and centering your breath. And give yourself one more, noticing the pause at the top and bottom of each breath. We'll go ahead and turn to whatever side works better for you. I'll guide you through everything if you need to turn to the side in the videos in front of you. You're just going to bring the feet nice and wide. We're not even worried about hands yet. Just feel those feet connected to the mat. And then we'll take an inhale to lift the arms and the gaze. And exhale to find a forward fold. Breathing in here, one more breath. So a deeper version of where we began at the top, where we just sent one arm up and kept another arm in front of our palm. So take that left palm and place it right under your nose. It's as if your feet and that left palm are making a triangle. Take an inhale, send this right arm up towards the sky. You're just working with the arms and the heart here for a twist. And then see what happens if you start to bend that right knee. It deepens into the inside of that left leg. Maybe the gaze goes up towards the thumb. One more breath. Bring that right hand down. Let it replace the left. Don't lock those knees. Keep them soft. Take an inhale. Send that left arm up towards the sky. Legs are straight. And then start to bend into that left knee. Maybe the head turns, nose up towards the sky. Holding it here, 2 more breaths. Bringing that left arm down, bending the knees deeply. Take an inhale. And then exhale, slow rise. Take an inhale, reach the arms and the gaze up. And then exhale, you're going to find that halfway forward fold, just like we did at the beginning of class. And then let the arms hang heavy. Give yourself that little elephant. Move side to side. So just freeing up anything that's built up in the shoulders. One more breath. Coming to stillness, back into that forward fold. Taking an inhale. Exhale, slow rise. Shimmying those feet back together. We'll face back up towards the top of the mat, even though we're still in the center. And then we'll send those arms and gaze up. Exhale to find your forward fold. Hands walk forward, feet walk back. Here's your down dog. Knees come to the mat, send those hips back. Give yourself a brief child's pose here. And we're going to roll up through the upper body. If you'd like a blanket under your knees, we're going to come to a kneeling, trying to do camel. So if you have blocks, you can put them on either side. That will be right back by your feet. So you're going to meet me in kneeling.
And then the same option as before, you can curl toes or not. If you don't have blocks, you can just reach back for a heel or just reach back all together. So before we do anything else, let's think about keeping that low back safe. So let's tuck in the pelvis. It's going to engage the front of the legs and the core muscles. Here we go. Inhale, lift the arms up. And then exhale, this right arm circles nice and big back for the block or for the foot. Left fingertips up towards the sky or back behind you. Heart opens. Releasing anything that you're holding here. See if you can soften the glutes just a bit. So go ahead and engage. Take an inhale. And then exhale to bring that right arm up. Settle the body, settle the breath. Take an inhale. We'll circle this left arm back towards the block or your foot, depending on how flexible and open you're feeling today. You could always bring your hand to your low back, just like we've done the last 2 rounds, if that's what you're feeling as well. Breathing in and out. Engage everything, inhale. And then exhale to bring this left arm up to meet the right. The hands can come down in front of your heart. You can, if you've got at least one block, put it over to one side about halfway down your mat so we can get to it in just a moment. I'm about to offer a supportive bridge. So go ahead and bring those feet long in front of you. Move that out of the way so you can see. So hands are next to the hips, and then you're just going to walk the hands back. So the fingertips stay towards the booty, and then just roll the heart open, lift the chin. Breathing here, 2 breaths. Pressing into the hands to bring the upper body up, and then you can just roll down onto your back. Have that block close. You can roll down onto your back, bend those knees, soles of the feet come to the mat. And give yourself just a few windshield wipers here, side to side, releasing anything that may have built up. One more breath. And so you're going to have that block in your hand. Just press into the soles of your feet to lift your pelvis just enough to bring that block right under your sacrum. And then slowly release back down. Let those hips open. The knees can even fall in towards one another. Breathe. Noticing the pause at the top of each inhale, the bottom of each exhale. Give it 2 more breaths. And as you're ready, you can slowly start to press into those feet again to remove the block. Here's your 6 or 7 breaths for whatever I didn't offer that may feel good. And then let yourself just gently move into whatever Shavasana will be like for you today. I'm going to give you just a little brief meditation here before we do Shavasana. So just settle in. Let the shoulders take up space on the mat. Have your legs in any way where you feel completely connected and at ease. So if you need to bend the knees just a bit, feel free. And allow yourself to come into that awareness of your breath, just like we've been doing the whole practice, noticing the pause at the top and the bottom of each breath. Noticing the rise of the chest and the belly. And give yourself a nice big deep inhale through your nose, sigh it out through your mouth. And rest into your mat. You can slowly start to bring some awareness back into this space that we have created together. Wiggle fingers and toes. Circle wrists and ankles. Reach your arms up over your head, point your toes, reach your fingertips, give yourself a full body stretch. And let yourself roll on to one side or the other for just another moment. And as you're ready, you can press yourself back up with one hand, coming into a comfortable seat. We'll meet there together with hands at heart center. Close your eyes for just a moment and take just a second here to find the image of a person or a sweet puppy, just whatever brings you joy, whoever brings you joy. Just let that image come into your mind. And notice the sensations that show up in your body as you think of this person or sweet puppy. I'll close with our quote today from Rumi. He says, "Whatever the lifts the corners of your mouth, trust that." May you know kindness and may you be kind. Until we meet together again, gratitude for practicing with me today. Namaste.